Hey y'all, if you like this human Calcifer look from Howls Moving Castle, stay tuned. What's up everybody? We're doing better this week, as you can see. Today we are doing Calcifer, a Calcifer inspired look from Howls Moving Castle. If you live under a rock and don't know what that is, go watch it. It is an amazing movie. And I think he's just the cutest little thing. This is a mutual of mine. She did this look. Her name is Mac on TikTok. I'll put her full username below. She is so talented. She is Ino from Naruto in my head. Like, that's the fan cast. She is Ino. You'll understand when you go look. But totally give credit to her. I saw this look from her like a year ago before I even got into cosplay. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. And it's so cute. And I need to put that on my face. Except mine, I didn't want to copy and paste hers. So we're doing like a mix of like a full face paint / normal skin. I don't know. It's just like I kind of made it up as I went. Because I wanted to do two different things. But I had to kind of merge them into one. So starting off with some red face paint. I went in with a primer already. And I'm kind of using it as an underpaint right now. So I'm going in with some stick foundation. Nice heavy full coverage cream foundation. To cover some of that red up. Because I know it's just a little too much. And so I'm trying to find my beauty blender right now. There we go. And so I am using a beauty blender instead of a brush today. Just because, I don't know, you get a little bit more control, I feel. When working with such high saturation and high contrast colors. Such as like yellow and red. So we'll see how this turns out. Like I'm coming up with this as you guys are watching it, so if you don't like something, you are free to edit. I just kind of did whatever felt right in the moment. Cause I've been wanting to do him for a while. I just didn't know how to conceptualize it. And finally I said, pull the trigger. I need to get it done. I need to put this on my face. So I kind of went like a glam version. Like very, very yassified version of Calcifer. So, going with a little bit of orange in my blush placement and like a bronzer almost. And just kind of blending that in. Kind of got lost in there. And so I go in with my yellow. And I hate where I placed it already. But it kind of worked out. It was a beautiful, opposite or opposition to the red. And it really came together nicely. These are the Maycoli. I'll never learn how to say it. If I'm saying it wrong. Face paint sticks, and they're oil based, so they blend just like a foundation. They're beautiful. And then I went in with a red as I have, a pure red, eyeliner pen, and I just filled in my eyebrows. I didn't do anything fancy to them. I like the texture. I didn't laminate. I didn't gel them, nothing, so they're just kind of hanging out. So I'm going in the directions of the hair. So if in the front they're going up, I stroke the pen up. If they're going toward my temple, I brush stroke toward the temple. Just mimicking that on the other side so they look a little bit better because the marker can be a little harsh. Going in with a very, very light concealer, I am highlighting my face just, again, to bring some depth back. Or rather, protrusion, I suppose is the word in this case. My face was really puffy this night, too, so I don't know, but in a way it kind of works. Calcifer is not like a angular character in my head, He's very, oh my god, what's the word? Very abstract, there we go. So, it was literally just whatever I felt like doing. It kind of worked. There were no rules to this one. There's never rules to makeup, blah, 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 but especially this one. And I just go in very lightly and tap, 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 tap. Very, very light touch. Because I don't want to soak it up and I don't want to push anything. I want it to stay exactly where I put it. Going back in with the red. So the first layer of red I kind of like to think is underpainting or mapping. And then this layer is to actually contour. As I was recording this too, I was like, oh my god, I look like a yassified version of the Heat Miser. If you guys remember those old like claymation videos from the 40s, 50s or whatever. That might be an American thing, I don't know. But I was like, I really do look like a Heat Miser. And I am putting it, the red, in my cupid's bow just to give some depth there. I've noticed that Douyin girls do that. people that like to do Douyin makeup do that, and I don't know, it's like a polished look. And I'm putting a little foundation where the red got a little too carried away and was dragging my face down. So I'm covering that back up. Going in and baking the snot out of my face, including my eyelids. Now this is just baby powder per usual on a powder puff. And it does take away some of the saturation, but I notice that it's, pretty much okay. If I'm working with face paints, it's pretty translucent or transparent almost. So I'm going heavier in the spots that I know I crease and lighter layer on the parts that are just kind of flat and don't move. I am taking a yellow cream eyeshadow and mixing it with a gold one to create a cut crease. Now for me, with hooded eyes, I have to go a little bit above my crease. You do what works for you. I have to go basically on my brow bone. I had my chai tea I kept on forgetting about. In fact, I'm still drinking it because I was like, if I drink any more caffeine this late at night, it was 11 when I finished, I knew I was going to stay up till like 4. And sure enough, I stayed up to 2 anyway. So after using a cream, I am going in with some gold sparkle eyeshadow that I have. Just any generic one. And that way it comes out very, very pigmented and it stays where you put it. If you use a cream base and then set it with a powder version of that cream base, just like with your face. Going in with an orange mix, I found like a light orange, a peach, and a like true orange, kind of mixed them all together to dilute them. And I'm putting that on the middle part of my lid, just blending it into the gold. And then mapping out the shape that I want. Originally, I wanted to do like a flame graphic liner, but I know my limits of patient talent and, ambition. So it would have looked cool, but nah. And taking that true burnt orange, which is a little bit darker on the outer third, to create that smoked out wing. Blending the gold in a little bit because it got a little bit lost in translation. Then I had this diamond like liquid sparkle and it was the correct answer. It was all correct. This is me taking a brown just to create a little bit more depth around my lash line and outer third. Smoking that out. Out and up. Wiping away my bake, my powder. Nothing crazy here. And taking the red that I used on my eyebrows and I am lining my eyes with that too. Because why not? They look quite pretty, and this is such an opaque product that it showed up on the darker brown. It wasn't, lost. Also, the gray contacts are because the black contacts that I got, I forgot to take them out of the packaging, so you get gray. I tried putting on a red-looking powder blush, and it was translating pink because of the true reds that were already on my face. And it was annoying me. In fact, I might throw this product away. See, it's pink. So I am going in with a couple of eyeshadows now and a big fluffy brush and just very carefully saturating the brush and then applying to my face. I notice when I do this most of the time, it's patchy. So this is me being very, very, very thorough. Using a smaller one to aim the yellow a little bit more. I'm just going pretty much around wherever I put the red and the orange. So on either side of my contour, on either side of my nose. I put a little bit under my eye just because I thought that would be pretty to add a little bit more depth to my chin, make that a little bit more cohesive, as well as my forehead. And I'm so glad I did that because it was the contour was looking a little crazy. I was looking like 2013 me. So I am taking the edge of my flat, fluffy brush and using that to create like eye bags almost. That was inspired by MAC as well as my obsession with arcane makeup lately. So shout out to them. I just used an orange and just went where my eye bags would be. Going in with that same diamond sparkle stuff, I'm just applying it to my highlight areas and blending it out with my finger so it wasn't like pooling. And my God, it was gorgeous. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Oh my God. Not me getting excited over it. I'm not a sparkle girly, but this stuff, I'm not a sparkle girly because sparkles move. I hate it. This stuff does not budge because it has some sort of adhesive in it, like a gel, where it dries down and it stays on. You know, you're not going to find it everywhere throughout the day. Me, I had it everywhere because I used my hand, but that's beside the point. So putting on my chin, cupid's bow, cheeks, nose, tip of the nose. Going ham with it. And then I decided to extend my like half crease sparkle to like go out. So it is a little bit graphic. That was just a preference I had, so I did that. And then a little bit on my inner corner on the bottom lash line. And then topping some of this off with a silver just to make it really, really pop. I was debating doing the blue version of Calcifer when he's a star, right? But I decided against that because it would have been, I think that's too much jean. And then on a lighter brush, here I am applying some not so great red glitter. I hate this stuff so much. I still have it like on my mascara crimper. What is it called? Curler. It did not stick. So, you know, use at your own risk. But in the moment, it was pretty. Just using a matte liquid lip and red. This one has a little bit of a pink undertone, but you can barely tell. So, you know, womp womp. So I'll be right back. Putting on my lashes and my wig and my final touches. And there we is. Oh, it was gorgeous. I was like, something is not right. So we braided. I did a little side braid because of Sophie. If you watch the movie, you'll know. Adjusted that, and these are the final look. These are the final look. This is the final look. Thank you so much for watching. Here are the unedited photos. You guys always get unedited. Samsung camera. And it still turns out good, so if I do say so myself. If you like what you saw, check me out on TikTok and Instagram. I'll post the pictures there that are edited. It's Kate_escapism. And as always, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.